This is Heritage News.
Compliments of the season and welcome to Heritage News. My name is Williams Abule. The headlines: School of Ministry commences for the new year this Saturday. Crossover service holds tonight. Before I bring you the details of the news, let's join a giga as it brings us God Did It.
Prove the doubters wrong.
God surprised us.
I know He kept me here to fulfill purpose. I didn't know that I would be alive to be among those that would say God did it.
Coming up on God Did It Today, SS genotype is miraculously converted to AA. We'll get to hear all about this extraordinary testimony and a lot more as we continue our series on the hashtag Grateful, accentuating the overwhelming goodness of our God towards us here in a house on the rock, Port Harcourt. Hello, it's another beautiful day to celebrate the love and kindness of our God here on God Did It. Today actually happens to be the very last edition for the year 2023. I am Atenode Inku Agig and I'm indeed glad you could join us today. Now let's begin with the stunning testimony from our brother Daniel. He says for a very long time, he's been very depressed, and that was the aftermath of finding out medically he had the SS genotype. He particularly felt even worse when his family and friends knew about it as they began to treat him rather differently. Things took a dramatic turnaround in 2022 during the Activate conference when a brother said to himself, "This is my time of change." So he prayed along with the pastors that graced that edition, believing God for his healing. At the start of this year, 2023, he had a test done and surprisingly, it read AA. Our brother was stunned, a bit unsure, and decided to wait for this year's Activate conference. During the program, he once again joined in all the prayers and later on went in for another test. This time around, it still came out AA. Daniel is so ecstatic and gives all the praise to God for changing his story. He's equally grateful to God for the gifts of our senior pastor, Reverend Lanre Olushe, and praise the grace of God upon his life always.
Jesus, yeah, you have done it again. Jesus, yeah, in your special way.
Oh, what a miracle. What seemed impossible, our God has turned it around. Thank you, Daniel, for blessing us today with your heartwarming story. Now, still on the series on the hashtag Grateful, let's take a look at these emails. This one from Priscilla says, "I am here to testify of how God came through for me in an unexpected way. I had been having some financial challenges and was a little bit anxious about how to cope since I was in between jobs. I just kept declaring that money will come to me from unexpected places and people. Miraculously, a company I had left since 2018 that was still owing me paid up without me even following up. This was a huge sum. When I saw the alert, I was so dumbfounded because I didn't expect them to pay again after all these years. I just knew that God indeed heard my prayers. He always comes through for his children and will not allow them to be in lack."
Jesus, yeah, you have done it again.
Moving on, Chris Akpoginita in her mail says, "In November 2020, I arrived in Port Harcourt, a stranger, with only God guiding me. However, that year and again in 2022, I faced the anguish of being robbed, leaving me mentally drained, depressed, alone, and without a home. The tides turned in 2023 when finally God blessed me abundantly. I found a home, secured a job, paying 3 times more than my previous one, and eventually realized my lifelong dream of becoming a chartered human resource personnel, all within a single year. This divine grace redeeming time itself beautifully manifested in my life during the year of the new. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. God did it, and I'm immensely thankful.
Jesus, yeah, you have done it again.
Also grateful today is our sister Glory George. Writing to all, she says, Abba has been good to me and I know it. I want to express my deepest gratitude to God for his tender love and mercy towards me this year. In the month of May, I decided to come into Port Harcourt City following the painful passing on of my precious mother. I came in broken, unemployed, confused, grieving, and uncertain. In fact, I felt as though God had left. Still, I trusted him for a good job, healing, and restoration. Brethren, God did it. He did not just give me one job, but 2 good jobs. I'm doing very well and on my journey to sound mind. My eyes can see again the hope I have in God's promises. I am so grateful for how far he has brought me. Now I know he never really left. I also want to express my gratitude to the angel over this house, Reverend Lanre Olujeye, and the team of pastors for their tireless sacrifice and for the seasoned word preached in this great house.
Jesus, yeah, you have done it again.
And lastly, today we have this beautiful testimony from our sister Lady Hope Job. It says, I am the woman that God showed mercy. I have 2 healing testimonies. Here is the first one. I've been away from Nigeria for some time. When I returned, I resumed coming to church and noticed cold and severe pains within my bones. The pain continued, so I stopped coming to church. I couldn't withstand the pain. One day, somebody abused me concerning the pain. The person said to me, if I'm really a Christian, why can't God heal me from the pains? How come God has not cured me from the sickness? Because of that, I went to church the very next Tuesday for prayer meeting, and I cried out to God and told God, this person challenged you. On Thursday, I came for midweek service, still crying to God to answer my prayers. Surprisingly, on Sunday, I stayed for first, second, and third service, and I didn't feel any pain. I was confused at first because normally, even before first service is over, the pains become excruciating. I have to step out of the church. To the glory of God, from that day till now, that cold in my bone has stopped hurting me. My second testimony, I've been having chronic knee pains for years now. God did wonders for me again. I prayed and I asked God to heal my knees because I knew I'll be very busy during the Army of David outreach. I was praying and believing in God to heal me. Shortly after the Army of David outreach, I felt a cold sensation on my knees and the pain was no more. I'm just here to say, Father, take all the glory and honor.
Jesus, yeah, you have done it again.
A wonderful set of testimonies. It's so reassuring to know we are not alone in this journey through life. When the going gets tough and we don't know what to do, we can simply run to the rock that is higher than us, our Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you, Daniel, Priscilla, Chris, Glory, and of course, Hope Job, for sharing your stories with us today. You too can do the same. Our series on the hashtag Grateful continues next week. Would like to know what you're grateful for. You never really can tell. Your story might just be the necessary push someone needs to keep going. So please don't withhold it. God did it at hotrportharcourt.com is the email portal. Once again, it's God did it at hotrportharcourt.com. You can also send in your testimonies via WhatsApp or Telegram. The number is 0706-405-8600. That is 0706-405-8600. I am Atenode in Ko Ogigan. That's a wrap for today. I'll see you again soon. Here is wishing you a fulfilling 2024. Bye for now.
Welcome back. The news in detail. As the countdown to the new year intensifies, it is expedient that we take a few moments to reflect on the goodness of our God. For many, it's been a mixed feeling, as it was a combination of highs and lows. Come join us tonight at 9 p.m. here in our sanctuary as we thank God for 2023 and prophetically enter into 2024 with a special word from the Lord through His priest, Reverend Larry Olishe. Please ensure you come with your family and friends tonight. Be expectant. As we begin the new year with so much enthusiasm and aspirations of achieving more in our individual careers and businesses, the need to evaluate and improve on our stewardship in God's house cannot be overemphasized. To achieve this, the School of Ministry is a compulsory annual training exercise with the objective to empower and equip the Heritage House workers for better service in God's house. The trainings will be insightful, practical, and beneficial in enabling each and every worker to better prepare and be equipped for the new year. It will hold every Saturday in the month of January 2024. That's the 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th of January 2024. Workers are by this announcement informed and mandated to attend. Intending workers are also encouraged to attend. Once again, it will commence at 7 a.m. this Saturday, the 6th of January, 2024. That will be all on Heritage News today. My name is William Abule from the desk of Heritage News. Have a blessed 2024. Do enjoy the rest of the service.